Hello everyone, this is Jason here from Janet Collectors, and just got a follow-up video to the Avery Shoebox card show, Lansing Mall. Happened last Saturday. It's for Memorial Day. So, set up at the show, about 170 tables. So down a little bit from last month, but that's to be expected with A, holiday weekend, and B, there's a Shipshewana show that happens Sunday night and Monday, so I feel like there may be some regulars that decided to go to Shipshewana, which is cool. But yeah, so it was maybe a little bit slower of a show this time. The sales numbers weren't nearly as high, but I think when that happens, you have two options. You can sit there and wait it out, or you can make good of the show and go around and shop a little bit. So I ended up shutting down the table a little bit earlier and went around, looked for some stuff. Didn't find a ton, to be honest. Majority of the deals I made walked up to the table, so I'll go through what I picked up. And yeah, so had a couple solid sales early, nothing crazy, but did allow me to go and shop a little bit, and immediately found a table. The guy had been there. I think he said this was his second Lansing show, so still fairly new to the show, but he had some really nice stuff. So I started going through boxes and packaged up some stuff, and he gave me a pretty solid deal. Some of the cards are already gone. I've already flipped them. A couple Anthony Edwards cards that I thought were a pretty good deal that I was able to turn pretty quickly. But this is, I think, going to become a new PC for me. Drew Brees. I ended up picking up this card. This Roger Clemens game-used bat of Roger Clemens. Kind of funny, especially in a Yankees uniform, because this was probably before interleague play started. So I think the only time that he would have ever really hit much would have been, like, say, in the World Series. But this is number 22 of 200, and that was Roger Clemens' jersey number when he was with the Yankees. So pretty cool there. Well, Terrell Davis, Canton Absolutes patch. That's numbered out of 25. And this is player-worn material at the very least, so not too bad there. This is the 2004 National Trading Card Day. I actually remember that. That's a few years ago, but so that's actually like rookie year LeBron. Not a big card by any stretch, but I thought for $5, looks pretty good. We'll pick it up. And then I'm a big fan of the Legion of Boom. So, Earl Thomas, Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor. I just am a big fan of those guys. So whenever I see autos like this, rookie autos especially, I try to pick them up when it makes sense. So I picked up those. Like I said, I picked up a couple Ant-Man cards, and those were already gone. So then I had another transaction. This was actually walked up to the table. Not a big. It was a decent sale. The guy put a couple cards with it to kind of pay a little less cash. Picked up the Legacy Silver, a Amon-Ra rookie, and then the Playoff Momentum, Amon-Ra rookie. So nothing crazy there, but there's a decent amount of cash that came along with that for the cards I got rid of. One of my buddies at the show ended up buying a table, out, and so he brought a bunch of cards over, and yeah, I ended up getting, these were the main three cards I got. This is an Amon-Ra out of 50, got an Obsidian, Tunnel Vision Joe Burrow. This is numbered out of 135, pretty cool there. And then the Genesis Charles Woodson. So, I don't know, I just thought those would be three cards that would probably be fairly liquid in Lansing, so I did it. Now, I got a couple other deals here. Actually, there was a smaller component to that deal, and I'm trying to remember. I don't have the clear divide as to which cards came from which. I ended up buying another section of that lot or that table for like $20, and so there are definitely some of those cards in here. But then there was another deal that walked up that I ended up picking up a fairly large lot for about $100. So I'm gonna go through the combination. So basically, all this stuff here cost me $120. I've already got some of it repriced So ignore those stickers right now. But Jamar Chase relic, Stroud. There's a Saquon Barkley numbered out of 50. Kobe, Jordan Love, that's numbered. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Chris Murray, Michael Jordan, Luka, Schoonmaker and Witten, Nick Chubb out of 60, Kittle out of 75. Cool Jake Haener RPA. Too bad it's Jake Haener. That's kind of a unique card. Hendon Hooker, turning pro, and you can see the enclosed authentic memorabilia is not from any specific game or event. I guess it's good it says that because there's no memorabilia there. There's a cutout for it, but good old Panini quality control, killing it. All right, more here. This is a Paul George out of 99. E.J. Liddell. Josh Downs, that's out of 175. LaMelo Pickett. A couple of Michael Mayers there. Still believe in this kid. Donruss Stroud rookie. A cool Devin Booker here. This will go to Nick for his PC. That's out of 199. Daryl Morsel. Can't say I know who that is. Abinaconda. Chase Brown. Drew Holiday. Pritchard. Cole Anthony. Lonzo. Sadiq Lonzo. Sterling Shepard. Bijan T-Law. And we'll finish it up here. You're probably like, man, we haven't even seen close to 120. Just hold on a minute. Got the Tua, Blake Wesley, Dyson Daniels, Chet, Jonathan Mingo, Tyreek Hill, number 10 out of 50. This little jersey match there. We got the Ja Morant, PSA 10, out of Hoops Premium Silver Laser. And then I think the gem of all this is this French Wemby card. Not a big card by any stretch, but pretty cool in a 10. It's that'll be a long-term hold. The next deal I made, kid was he came up repeatedly, and he was doing his trade-up challenge or flip or whatever he was doing. But I've said my goal is to go around and buy a lot of inventory. A lot of lower-end inventory, and then every show I want to pick up one card that I'm going to put in a separate Zion case. And that's going to be quote-unquote PC. The intent is that I'm going to get a Zion case full of those cards that are, quite frankly, better cards, and then I can start taking that around to bigger shows and doing more work there. But I bought a 2-card lot from him. First was this Donruss Wemby. And then this is the card, and this card looks beautiful, so it will be going to PSA. We have the Select Tricolor Wemby. I just thought that was a great pickup. I ended up getting it for, probably 75-80% of comps, which for Wemby stuff right now, I'll take it. That's pretty good. So at this point, I shut down the table and decided to go shopping a little bit. Like I said, I didn't pick up much when I went around. I found one table at the end, and again, I'm kind of sticking to that lower end right now because the repackers are really buying a lot of stuff at 85-90% of comps. Quite frankly, I can't compete with that. If I buy a card for $20 that goes for 30 or for 25 or whatever, it's hard at the table because a lot of people want to come up and say, hey, I'll give you $20 for it. So at best you're kind of breaking even, and it's like, well, that doesn't really pay for anything. So I'm kind of sticking to the lower end right now. So I ended up finding this really cool value box table, and it was $3 a card for most of it, or $15 for 30. So go through real quick. The $3 cards that I got, we got the Josh Giddey, Tools of the Trade, Triple Relic. Now this is out of Chronicles Draft, so not the most desirable product, but Josh Giddey, Triple Relic. I ended up getting this for $2. Haloti Ngata, big Ravens fan, and so to find that game-worn material for $2 I thought was good. little hockey action here. Joe Thornton, Danny Heatley, and Patrick Marleau, line of the times. Triple relic. And again, we've got game-worn swatches for $2. I thought was good. Jason Richardson, former Michigan State Spartan, for $2. Adrian Beltre, Hall of Famer, $2 for that. Chris Kaman. Chris Kaman actually is part owner of a shop about an hour away from me. So anytime I see a cool Chris Kaman relic or auto or any type of card of his, I pick it up. And, you know, he's, I guess he started a collection for his kids of his cards. So it's cool to kind of donate to that cause. Got the Hogard brothers there, Rasmus and Nikolai. A little golf relic. Here's a quad relic. Bud Cauley, Robert Garrigus, Spencer Levine, Kevin Streelman. Bud Cauley and Kevin Streelman are two of my favorite golfers for some odd random reason. Got the Roy Oswalt. I was a big fan of the Astros back in the early to mid 2000s. Got the Spencer Howard rookie auto, and this is the black. So this is numbered out of 25. I thought this top's clearly authentic. I think anytime you can find one of these autos for, you know, a couple bucks, I think it's probably a good thing to buy. Mackenzie Milton, I thought this card might be a little better than it is, but it's not. Tony Poljan, went to high school at Lansing Catholic Central High School, which is maybe a 5 to 10 minute drive from my house. Went up to Central Michigan and ended up getting a shot with the Ravens. He's like 6'7". I played quarterback in high school, transitioned to tight end, so kind of a cool local pickup there. Keith Law, not a huge Keith Law fan, but a couple bucks for the auto. Thought it was worth it. Then the Willie Castro auto. So all this was like $30. So I thought that was a pretty good, a lot of personal, I don't want to say PC, but I picked up a lot of it, you know, personal interest type stuff. And then there were 3 other cards that I picked up. 2 of them were these exquisite golf autos, kind of gold ink. I thought that was cool. Peter Hansen and Bill Haas. And then there was a third $8 card I got. It was out of Leaf, and it was Jackson Kohler, who's a Michigan State player. There was a swatch on the card that had the little Nike swoosh in it. And, you know, of course, it came from one of his actual jerseys. So, because, you know, Leaf actually does the at least player worn or game used or whatever. And then the auto. But I ended up selling that to a guy who actually collects Jackson Kohler. So I thought, well, I like Michigan State, so it's worth it for you know, to pick it up for $8. But if I've got a buddy that collects Jackson Kohler, then I think it belongs in his collection. So I ended up just flipping it to him for $10. So I ended up getting everything there: the $30 and the $3 cards, and then the 3 $8 cards. I ended up getting it all for $50. So I was real happy with that. General thoughts about the show. Again, a little slower show. The market continues to transition. I think there's going to be a greater level of, disparity is not the right word, but polarity may be a better word for it. I think you're going to have a lot of people who collect the lower end stuff, and you're going to have a lot of people who collect the higher end stuff. I think I'm going to say the $20 to $100 market, and maybe it's higher than that. I don't know. I don't play too much in the bigger stuff, but I think that market has kind of been consumed by the repackers, and you know, good, bad, or indifferent. I think that's what's happening. You know, to me, I think the important thing is, and this is what I always try to do. I mean, we all love to rip wax, right? It's fun. When you hit that chase, like, cool, great. The other 98 times out of 100, you're going to lose. And so you can either go to Walmart and buy a blaster box for, you know, $25 to $30, or you can go buy, you know, known quantity and, you know, known, you know what you're getting here, right? I've got 15 autos and relics here for about the same price you're going to pay for a blaster box. And, I mean, I don't know. I have a very hard time justifying ripping anything anymore. Go to Walmart. I look around. It's like, man, you get that itch. And you want to scratch it, but then you're like, no, I don't want to do that because it's just kind of throwing away some money. But I've talked to some other people who that's what they do. They rip, and for some people, they seem to be very lucky, and they seem to pull some really crazy stuff. It's still not for me, but all in all, I think if you enjoy this hobby, maybe you adjust the type of cards you buy, but I think there will always be a place for everyone who wants to be part of it. And maybe that's lowering the price of your pursuits. Instead of going for $50 cards, maybe now I'm going for $15 cards or something like that. But I think in order to find any type of value, you got to go where those repackers aren't. And they come to the show every time, and again, they pay 85-90%, sometimes more than that at the larger shows, and it's just like, yeah, the average Joe can't compete with them on volume, on price, on anything without losing money. You just can't do it. So those are my thoughts for today. For anyone who came up and saw me at the Lansing show, appreciate you doing that. It was good to see you. It's always a fun time. It's always a good Saturday when you go to a card show. So thanks everyone for watching. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do that. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button. And if you were at the Lansing show or at any show this last weekend, what was your favorite pickup? That's what I want to see in the comments. So thanks everyone. Take care. Have a great day.